This is a quick walkthrough of my current exploration with direct mesh controls in Unreal Engine 5.8 using a non-joint based facial rig. If you've seen my earlier video, this rig has no facial joints. Everything is driven with blend shapes. To get this working with direct mesh controls, we need to manually paint the polygroups. We start by selecting DMC and DMC polygroups in the skeletal mesh editor. After that, go ahead and hit apply and then jump over to skin. Here we select paint polygroups. Make sure our DMC polygroup is the one we are actively editing. I'll be using the brush tool for this example, and then go down to the label. And by creating a new label, this is how you create a new polygroup that can be used as a direct mesh control. So just like the label said, I'll start painting the area I'd like to select on the mesh when I want to pick my main brow control. This rig has 4 main controls for the brow, brow main, and then brow mid, in, and out. So we will go ahead and create labels and paint those regions as well. Now we will save and jump over to our control rig. In the construction script, we'll add the set shape library from layer node. This sets up our direct mesh controls. And then we'll jump right over to the shape settings. Here you can see we have our old main, in, mid, and out controls. And all we need to do to get the direct mesh controls working is swap out the control shape name. For the main brow, I'll disconnect my current procedurally driven name and select the control from the shape library. And it's that simple. Now you can just go hover the area of the mesh you just painted, and we can see our control is selectable. For the in, mid, and out, I'm spawning the controls based on an array with the prefixes, so I'll construct the shape name manually using a concatenate node. We know the start of the shape name will be DMC polygroup with brow underscore, so we'll just append the prefix during the loop. Now, as we hover the mesh, we can see that all of the direct mesh controls we set up are highlighted and selectable from the polygroups we painted. And if you saw my last video demoing this rig, you know I'm going to have to try out Ozone Subdivision and see how it works. I'll navigate to the Ozone Subdiv component and toggle the level. For this rig, I added 2 subdivision levels that I can toggle at runtime. The preview's only been out for 2 days, so I don't expect it to be perfect, but so far I'm really enjoying the direct mesh controls. And if you want to find out more about Ozone Subdivs, go to ozone3d.com/subdivs.